All right. Welcome back to Eyes Open Media. Hope you guys are doing well. Okay, so this is part two of the deep state Democrat deep state secrets. It's not. I mean, there's not that much information here, but let's take you back to the first video where you guys know about what their plans are. Now, some of the plans have changed. Because I really doubt that Joe Biden is going to be out of office in January, because that's when he gets in office. Okay, so part one, we had that Joe Biden was going to this is what we were being told, and this is what the plans were, was to get Joe Biden out of office in January, but he is going to be inaugurated in January. So how is that even possible? Right. So that's if he wins, right? That's if Donald Trump doesn't win the elections in the courts, right? So if Donald Trump wins the election in the courts, then all of these plans, all these dark plans go away, right? At least for a season, right? At least for another 4 years. And then we have to battle again, right? But if somehow Joe Biden is in there, and the courts don't see favor to Trump, even though I don't know how that could be possible when all of these affidavits are pouring in like crazy. And we got to keep praying, and we got to keep fighting. And the world is speaking out, man. The world is people are snitching everywhere that there was fraud everywhere. So we'll see how it all plays out. But if Biden's in there, he's going to be in there in January. So I'm going to throw out that first part of that Biden's going to be out of there in January, and then and then Kamala Harris is going to take over, and then then they're going to activate the Great Reset. I'm going to take that part. I don't think that's going to happen. Okay, that's just me. That's the intel we get and all that stuff, and that's the intel that's coming in. But I don't believe that that's going to happen. I believe, you know what I mean? If they're going to do something like that, it will probably be April, because that's the timeline for the next crash. It's April, right? Or at least the severe part of it. It might start in March. Remember this year started in February, so February, and then we went from February to March. March was terrible. March was a really bad month this year. So March, and then April finished it off, right? So March, April again could be the timeline where they remove Biden. I don't know. I don't know when they will remove Biden, okay? But they're going to remove Biden. He's not going to have a long term as president. He might be shocking. He might do a year. He might do a year, or maybe even 2 years before they remove him. Okay. I don't know how long Biden would do if he got in, but we're praying that he doesn't get in. So, you know what I mean? But I'm just telling you the secret plans of the deep state, right? So if Biden got in there, I don't know how long he would do. Okay. Snippy, for you guys who know Jason and Ford, he had a dream that Biden was that he took out Biden. Yeah. Now, of course, this is a dream, so it's just a simulation. Maybe somebody else took him out. Okay, so it's kind of interesting because he had a dream that he took out Biden, and his wife, Biden's wife, was happy. She was happy about it because inside she's miserable, right? Inside she sees what Biden has done to Hunter Biden and the rest of the family, and it's just been a bad influence. So she's pretending. So he had a dream that the wife was like so happy that Biden had been finally taken out, so she can live her truth and her normal life again. So she's not happy at all, and I could definitely see it. You know what I mean? I could definitely see it. You women out there should be able to see it clearly, because you know a woman's emotions and the way a woman carry herself in her body. You can tell by the body language and how she is, if she's happy at the home, or she's being forced to be there because he's Joe Biden, right? So God knows what she's seen. because many of us believe that Joe Biden's a clone. He's got several different clones. We also know that Obama has clones. We also know that, and we saw it for ourselves, that Kamala Harris has a bunch of clones out there now. So they all three of them have clones, have several different clones. We have special service members. What do you call it? What do those people call Secret Service members making statements and saying that, yeah, dog, I went up to the car and I opened a limousine for Obama, and there was three Obamas in there. So I mean, these are people that have been saying this stuff in the Secret Service. So and look, I was in the military, so I remember John McAfee or McAfee came out and said, "Dude, we have people in Hollywood and politicians have doubles everywhere." So everybody knows that. I think if you study Hollywood and you study politics and stuff, you would know that there's doubles and triples everywhere. Mariah Carey talked about having doubles. Everybody in Hollywood and these people have doubles, man. I mean, this is what it is. Sometimes they don't want to be at those places, right? Sometimes they don't want to do this and do that. So they have the doubles do it, right? So that's out in the open. So when people say, "Oh my God, these people aren't cloned or doubles," yes, that's something that's been done for years in Hollywood and in Washington, and, you know what I mean, and in New York. So it's nothing new. Okay, it's not like we're saying something new. Okay, people act like it's brand new or something. Oh my God, no, they're not being double. No, they don't have doubles. Okay, okay. It's been that way for like 50 years, you know. Um, we have Kamala over here, and we have Obama in the middle, and so people are probably thinking, why did I bring Obama in the middle? Well, remember the prophecies of back in the day when we were talking about Obama was going to serve a third term, or we were getting those codes that Obama was going to serve a third term. We didn't know what that really meant. And we had other prophets and prophetess, or at least one or two of them, were saying that Obama would serve a third term as well. And we had no clue what that meant. Okay, and so in the secret plans of the deep state, that when they removed Joe Biden, Kamala Harris will then become the president of the United States if Trump doesn't get in there, right? We're fighting for Trump. I got to continue to say that because I'm doing a video on the deep state, and people are gonna be like, "Man, we're Trump. This is not gonna happen." Well, we gotta. I'm telling you what the deep state is planning on doing. So we're fighting for Trump, but we got to understand that the deep state also has their plans as well. So Joe Biden would be removed. I don't know when. Yeah, maybe maybe a year, or maybe less than a year, or maybe within 2 years he would be removed, and then Kamala would be the vice president. I mean, would be the president, and then Obama would step in there and be the vice president. That's how he would do his third term. Um, and people said that Prophet Solomon talked about that yesterday. So that's pretty interesting. Okay, so yeah, we were wondering how they would do it, and I guess it looks like that's how they're planning on doing it. Doesn't mean that they're going to be able to do it. We're going to keep fighting for Trump and praying for Trump, okay, till the very end. All right, but this is their plan here, is to remove Joe Biden because they understand that mentally he's not there. And he's not gonna be healthy enough to fly around the world and do all the big businesses. She's young. Kamala is young and can fly and can do all the talking and can do a lot, can stand up long term and stuff. Joe Biden can't do all that. So they'll put Kamala as president to take over, and then Barack Obama would be vice president. All right. And so one of the things that they would do, and they've already started to talk about it, is extreme censorship at the extreme level, right? So extreme censorship is coming. If these people get in, you won't have a say because they don't care what you say. It will be either the liberal way or no, or you're not gonna have a voice. Now, of course, Republicans and independents can just create their own websites, right? I mean, create your own media, create your own website, right? If you don't want to be censored, create your own stuff. I don't know why Republicans have a hard time creating their own stuff. I'm not sure what's up with that. Why do the liberals run every media organization? Now they're taking over Fox News, right? So what's up with that? Well, why doesn't Republicans and independents have their own major media outlets? Is there something wrong with Republicans on being able to acquire their own media outlets? That doesn't make any sense. You know what I mean? You lost Fox News, so now the Republicans have no media outlets. Fox News is no longer Republican, and you have MSNBC, CNN. A lot of these stations are going bankrupt anyway. And people are trying to dump them. The people who own that CNN is trying to dump CNN to somebody else, trying to sell it. These places, they're not making money anymore, okay? Because many people are moving to the alternative media, right? So all of these big agencies probably won't even be here in 5 years. The way things are going, unless they just continue to lie and lie and lie and just bring up some entertainment, some type of entertainment, false flag events, entertainment. They got it. The more wicked they get, the more views they get, basically. So maybe that's a plan for them. I don't know. Maybe removing Joe Biden out the way and having Kamala and Obama would bring massive views to the mainstream media. And so who knows? But the mainstream media is dying, right? And everybody's moving to alternative news for the truth. And so we'll see how that all plays out going forward. And yeah, so that's the plan. Extreme censorship is part of the plan. Mandatory mask is you already see it now. They're already talking about mandatory mask everywhere, and for at least a year, right? For another year, and then they're also talking about mandatory. They're going to try to push mandatory vaccines. Okay, a lot of people are going to fight that, of course. Millions of people will fight that. So Americans will fight mandatory vaccines. Americans will fight mandatory mask because they're going to get tired of that. Of course, everybody does. Everybody's already tired of it now. And then also censorship is going to have the Republicans and the independents force their way out of these big tech companies and create their own, right? And they should have already done that. I mean, 4 years under Trump, and Republicans and independents don't have their own media stations. They should have at least four legitimate media stations, 24-hour news stations for Republican and independent news, right? And then they should also have at least 3 or 4 social media outlets for them as well. So, and it's also for Democrats could come over there as well. It's for American no censorship on blockchain. That's what it should be. It should be no censorship on blockchain media and social media outlets. Okay, that means liberals can come as well, right? The liberals that don't want to be censored, for having maybe some conservative views, because there is conservative liberals, So everybody's not an extremist liberal, right? There are liberals that don't like abortion, don't like other things that the LGBT and things like that, right? So, and they're not going to have a voice as well, because when they say, I don't really like that, I'm a liberal, but I don't like that, right? So but they'll censor you as well, right? So what the Republicans and the independents need to do is they need to create medias and social medias for everyone, no censorship, because it's all on the blockchain. Use blockchain technology and everybody can post whatever they want. The only thing you can do, you cannot delete those posts because it's on a blockchain. You can't delete it. You can only edit it. Okay, it's like Steemit, where you can post. Your post can never be deleted, but you can edit your post though. Okay, so that's how that's how it should go, man. They should create social media platforms and you put it on the blockchain. They should have uncensored media, 24-hour media, and where Democrats, Republicans, and Independents can come on there and speak their mind freely without having any problems, man. And if we have a world like that, everything will be a lot better, man. People would be able to hear each other's opinions and be able to make their own sound decisions instead of having one opinion only, right? You go to these news agencies and it's only the liberal way or it's only the Republican way. No, it should be you should be able to say your opinion. You say your opinion. Independent says their opinion, and then the people watching should be able to make their own opinion. Put all that together and say, okay, this is my opinion now. Okay, so but this is what they want to do. They're gonna remove Joe Biden. Now, I did get the new elite information, and I already knew this information, but because we were talking about Bo Peloni's timeline of Donald Trump ending in 2023, but the new elites just send out new information that either whoever wins, between Biden and Trump, they're not going to finish out their term. Okay, so and I think a lot of us know that. A lot of us have sensed that both, it doesn't matter who wins, both of them are not finishing out their terms in the office. So but Biden's gonna be, but they said Biden would be a lot quicker than Trump. Now Bo Peloni's timeline had Trump going out for 7 years, right? He did 4, and then he was going to do another 3, and then Mike Pence takes over in the 4th year because something happens to Trump. Okay, so because his timeline is over in 2023. Biden, there's no timeline for Biden. So, you know what I mean? So there's nothing. He wasn't supposed to be in this position. They're cheating their way through it and trying to steal God's timeline. And so Biden won't be in there for long at all. And the new elites already made that clear. Just the other day, I got the new information from one of my guys. So Biden's not going to be in there for long. Trump won't finish out his term either. They said, and Bo Peloni's timeline has Trump not finishing out his term as well, right? So because it's his 7 years end, but so it's gonna be interesting to see how this all plays out, folks. You know what I mean? This is weird. And Obama coming back as the vice president and Kamala as the president. I mean, can you imagine the darkness over America and the Christians? Having to basically force the way out of America because of this darkness over the land of America. We gotta keep praying that the courts, that God puts that God opens these judges' hearts and these courts to be able to listen and have patience and listen to all of the evidence on the courts, even if they hate Donald Trump. We need to pray that God opens their hearts to be able to listen, even if they've been paid off. Even if they've been paid off to not do anything, that God opens their hearts to listen to the evidence of the American people, right? And if they can do that, then Donald Trump will be able to get to the Supreme Court and get this thing and get that white paper document and hold that white paper document up and say, I won the presidency, right? And then many people will cheer, and then a lot of people will be very angry and take to the streets, and then the riots will begin. And so it's going to be interesting because if Donald Trump does do that, then there was, I guess, a prophetic word that if Donald Trump did do something like that, then the reset of currencies in the RV would be days away. So, because Iraq likes to copy, right? So Iraq has their white papers, economic reform white papers ready, but they're sitting there just because they don't want to activate them because they don't want to activate them, right? So if Donald Trump stands out there with a white paper from the Supreme Court that he's president, then that's probably gonna that will activate Iraq to then stand up and say, we have our white papers as well. We're activating our economic reset and returning to the international stage. That's what's on the line here, folks. that, we got to keep praying for Donald Trump. Forget this deep state secrets and stuff. These people are Satanists who, I don't give a crap what they want to do to America. We need to keep fighting and praying for Donald Trump to get in that White House. Pray for protection over him. Pray that he doesn't leave the house without any by himself. I don't care what it is. I'm pray that Donald Trump does not leave the house by himself ever. He's always with security, always with multiple security, because that they're waiting for him to be by himself, right? To try to get him. So he must not do that. He must always, and if he's about to go out by himself, God needs to intervene and say, "Where's your security?" And then he calls security. He calls his team up, and then he goes out. Never leave without security. Always with security at all times. That's what Donald Trump needs to do. He cannot go out by himself. He cannot be alone, right? Because they're waiting for him to be alone so they can take him out. So he must always be with security. So you need to pray that. You need to pray that Donald Trump is always with security at all times, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 when he's outside. Okay, when he's inside his house, the place is already highly secured anyways. Okay, but when he's outside, he needs to always be with security 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Okay, and so yeah, let's see what happens. This is the plan. Okay, of the deep state, Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, and then they're going to remove Joe Biden at some point. I don't know when. Okay, they're going to remove Joe Biden, and then they're going to then Kamala Harris will become president, and Barack Obama will be vice president, man, and he will have that will be his third term. So this is their plan. That doesn't mean it has to happen. We can fight it. We can continue to pray and have these judges open their eyes and their hearts to listen to the affidavits of all these people out here, and to do the recounts and to make sure that the elections were fair, right? So we'll see how this all plays out, and also pray that Donald Trump never leaves the house without security, because the one time he does, that could be it for him, right? They're gunning for him. So you got to pray. I did have a dream last night. I was in battle last night, man. It's crazy, man. It's crazy, man. So I'll do a video on that. But I think I'll do a video on that yet tomorrow. Cause I was, man, I'll do a video on that. I'm not gonna spoil it. I'm not gonna spoil it in this video. This video is about this. Now, also, I guess they said that, no, I'm not gonna talk about that. Let me leave that alone. But people are going to regret, let's put it this way, many people are going to regret voting for Biden and Kamala Harris. Many people are going to regret it, because taxes are going to go crazy. They're not going to be able to support their families and friends. The dollar is going to die. It's going to be dying off, because they're going to be printing on so much unlimited amount of money into the markets and stuff. So the precious metals are going to be skyrocketing. People are going to lose their minds. The Republicans are going to not want to be a part of this country. You know what I mean? Like, it's going to be bad. It's going to be bad. You know what I mean? So we need to be, it's going to be bad regardless, but it's going to be a lot better under Trump because we're going to get the reset of currencies, and we're going to get the wealth transfer. So we're going to be able to fly around and do what we want. There won't be mandatory vaccines, and we can rip the mask off, and Donald Trump will say, yeah, go ahead, take that crap off, right? So it's going to be a lot more freedoms, and we can buy out, because of the wealth transfer. We can buy out Twitter, we can buy out Facebook, we can buy these companies out, and we can buy out YouTube, and then put these companies on the blockchain, and so that there's no censorship, and you see your real number, you see your real subscribers, you see your real numbers in real time. So when somebody subscribes to you, everybody can see it in real time on the blockchain. You can see all your views in real time on the blockchain. You know what I mean? So this will be big, right? That would be massive. Okay, but people, I don't know what it is. People hate freedom. They want the government to tell them what to do. They want to have mandatory vaccines. They want to have mandatory masks. I mean, they want higher taxes so they can destroy their businesses. I mean, this is what people want, and they're celebrating on social media. But look, if you ask some of these people, what are the policies of Joe Biden and Kamala Harris? They don't have a clue. They just say, we wanted Donald Trump out. That's it. And so it just shows you that these people are brain dead and brainwashed by the mainstream media. And so that's mind control, folks. Because if you're voting on somebody and you don't know their policies, and you don't know that you're about to pay triple taxes, and you don't know that your health care is going to double or triple. Do y'all remember when this man right here activated the Obamacare and all of our healthcare tripled overnight? I was paying, I think, $250 a month when I was working when I was a government contractor for healthcare with Blue Cross Blue Shields. When this Obamacare got activated, it went to $750 overnight. And so I was paying $750 over a month. I mean, per check, actually. It wasn't even a month. It was per check. So that is massive, right? That's not a triple. That's ridiculous. That's $250 per check. So that was $500. I was paying $500 in healthcare a month. It went from $500 to $1,400. Actually, 15. It was $750. So from $500 healthcare for dental and medical, full dental and medical, $500 a month to $1,500 a month, right? And we were, I mean, you couldn't, I mean, we were just pissed. I mean, all of us, right? Because, now we had to work overtime to get that money back. And so when this guy goes back to that healthcare plan, and your healthcare quadruples, and your taxes triple, it's not going to be fun for any community. And you're going to have to be rich to not even care about it, right? Because if you're bringing home $100,000 or less, or $200,000 or less, it's gonna hurt bad, right? If you're paying triple taxes and triple healthcare, you're gonna feel it. You know what I mean? Unless you're making like $500,000 a year, you're chilling, right? The middle class is gonna be destroyed under these people, man. So we got to keep praying, folks. Got to keep praying. Got to keep praying. That's all we can say, right? Extreme, mandatory vaccines and mandatory mask and censorship and extreme censorship and all these things that are coming. If these people get in, it's just going to bring darkness onto the Christians and the believers. And the only people that are going to love these people are those that are in heavy in sin, the LGBT and those that are heavy in sin and don't give a crap, right? And they're going to have excuses of why, like, I don't care. That basically, those type of people are going to be the ones that are happy to live in the world of these people right here. Everybody else that has common sense and you know what I mean, they're gonna be like, my life is horrible underneath you people. I gotta get out of here. You know what I mean? So I'm pretty sure there will be a mass exodus of people out of America if these people are in power, because it's not gonna be fun at all. You guys remember those 8 years? Under those 8 years in our neighborhoods, in the ADOS, African American neighborhoods, Obama tore down schools. He tore down libraries. He tore down parks. He literally defunded all the funding that was going into the cities and in the urban areas. He removed those and he sent it to the rich areas. So people couldn't even fund schools and libraries and places like that. We remember what happened in Baltimore City. It was just bad. Chicago became a war zone. So, I mean, because of defunding, you defunding these areas and you're sending it over to the rich areas. And so that's what's going to happen. That's what's gonna happen on these people. Anyways, peace out. God bless. I'll see you guys in the next video. So next video will be my dream that I had this morning. I had several of those dreams, but I will tell you the dream I had. All right, in the next video. Peace out. God bless. I think I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. So I'll do it. So watch that video for tomorrow. Peace out. God bless. Eyes open. Keep praying for Donald Trump. Keep praying for America. Keep praying for the global reset, global currency reset, to trigger that God, just strikes his hand down and just triggers that thing, so that at least we have we have a chance. His people have a chance in this darkness time that's coming. Peace out. God bless. Eyes open.